Shibley, I want to go back to something implicit in what you were saying, which is I just don't know who to believe here. I don't know, did the Israelis not consult with the US? 2 days before this thing, Trump said either Hamas hands over these things or there will be consequences in a social media tweet. Um, Very often, when the Israelis do something, that the Gulf states are supposed to uh, publicly react negatively to, behind the scenes, there's been a little bit of a whisper and like, okay, you do this and we'll complain, and then life will continue. And you've been following this part of the world for a long time. Do you think the Gulf states are really pissed off? Do you think Trump was really only informed at the last minute by the US military, which is the story?
Number one, yes, I think the Gulf states are pissed off, are really pissed off. It's not they have no love for Hamas. Okay, so let's be clear. Certainly not the UAE and not the Saudis. They don't have love for Hamas, but I think they've assumed that the U.S. is there protecting them. That's why they're hosting. That's why they're giving the U.S. so much financially. That's why they're hosting American bases. That they are essentially there for that reason. That no one would mess with them. The image that they cultivate is that they're safe. They safe for the people. They safe for the visitors. That's the image that they're doing, and it rubs on all of them. It's not just Qatar. That's why the Saudis today were furious. MBS said, this is unacceptable. This reflects on all of us. They are a member of the GCC, and they will have a relationship. So yes, they are pissed, no question in my mind. With Trump, I think that if our reporter, if we want to buy the narrative that they have, I say, what's wrong with you? First of all, how could you accept that Israel would not let you know on something that is a vital interest to you, as something that going against a country that you're protecting, using American technology, cutting edge technology that was provided to Israel for you, and that you're expected to protect Israel at the UN after Israel has violated international law in doing so. What's wrong with you? How could you accept that you're not notified until a few minutes before? Something is really crazy here. But secondarily, what the hell are our forces doing there? I mean, we have thousands of troops, the most cutting edge technology, central command, bases in the region, airplane flying, AWACS flying, and we don't detect. It takes roughly 3 hours to fly from Israel to Qatar for an airplane to get there. We didn't detect that. We didn't know it. Nobody was notified that this was coming. So to me, those are like crazy ideas. But I want to go back with this to something that Owen had said earlier about the craziness of this administration. It is even crazy compared to the first Trump administration. In the first Trump administration, of course, the president was, he showed some deference to some people around him. Every once in a while, he was feeling his way around. But we knew, who was making policy on the Middle East. It was Kushner. It was David Friedman. Particularly on Israel-Palestine. Some of the people who influenced him in the campaign contribution world. We knew who was making policy, even if he wasn't making them. Right now, we don't know who's making policy because everybody shows so much deference to him. We have no idea, even in the, you say, okay, he's really kind of being influenced by Netanyahu. But yes, of course, he's being influenced by Netanyahu, but it's not necessarily always direct relationship. So who's Netanyahu going through? Who are the people who are filtering ideas? Who is the one who is really influencing him within his own camp? I have never seen anything like it because I'm at a loss. And as you know, I study American foreign policy. I've written about it. I even have a forthcoming co-authored book that includes a chapter on the first Trump administration. I interviewed many of his advisors in the first Trump administration, top White House advisor. I had a picture of how policy was being made in the first Trump administration. I have no idea who's doing what. If anybody had detected the Israeli attack, whether they would have gone to him or not, whether somebody may have given Israel a green light without even consulting with him, whether he was on the golf course and they didn't want to bother him. I have no idea. I mean, this is the madness that we find ourselves in right now.